Hello, everyone, and welcome back. This is Dawn, and today I'm going to show you a layout using lifesahoot, and I'm going to show you how to create your own mixed media background papers. Okay, so I'm going to use these pieces of lifesahoot that looks like kind of a sponged background in mulberry. I'm going to use a bunch of the stickers, some sapphire glitter paper, and a couple pieces of sapphire cardstock. Okay. So let's get started. All right, the pictures I'm going to use are from a day in Breckenridge. We went up there. I went up with some girlfriends to see the snow sculpture championship. Okay, so we got several pictures, and it was snowing at a pretty good clip that morning. So the lighting's a little funny with snow pictures, but I think I got a couple here. So this one was the People's Choice sculpture, and so I took a picture of the front of it and also of the back, and then some pictures of our group in front of some of the other sculptures. So my mixed media background is going to start out with oxides, and then I'm going to use some pastes with a stencil. Okay, so let's get started. Going to get crafty here. So I'm going to use my all-purpose mat. This is a great splat mat. One side is non-stick, and then the other side is nice and grippy, so it's not going to move anywhere. Okay, so I'm going to start with a piece of sapphire, and I'm just envisioning where I had my pictures laid out. So I'm going to make kind of an L shape along the left and bottom side, and I'm just inking up my sponge applicator. The first color I'm using is Tumble Glass, and the other colors are going to be Prize Ribbon, Shaded Lilac, and then off camera I'm going to add some Broken China. So I'm just kind of swiping it in random places. I kind of want to make it look like windblown snow. So I'm just randomly putting some color down, and then I'm going to go in with some Shaded Lilac and just kind of put some color down, not any particular spots, just kind of adding some color. It looks like a big mess right now, but just wait. It gets better. Trust the process, right? Okay, and then I'm going to go in with some Prize Ribbon. And this is almost the same color as the sapphire, but it gives a nice subtle look and it helps blend the other two colors together. Okay, now we're going to do the other side. So I'm envisioning where my pictures are going to go, and then I'm going to make another kind of backwards L shape along the right side and the bottom. Okay, and I'm just doing the same thing, going in with some color and swiping it down and making it look kind of like windblown snow. I'm just adding some color. Okay, and then we'll go in with the Tumble Glass. And I'm creating a base for my stenciling so that my stenciled images will show up a little bit more on that sapphire cardstock. Okay, so now you want to make sure that everything is completely dry. So I'm bringing a heat tool and drying that oxide ink. All right, so I looked everywhere for a Close to My Heart snow stencil and I couldn't find one. So I do have this one from Tonic Studios. So this is what I'm going to use. And off camera, I have spritzed it with some pixie spray so it's tacky on the back. So I'm going to start out with some of this paste that's from Prima. And it is called icing paste, and the color is Frosty Pearl. And I'm just scooping out with a spatula enough to use for this panel. Just a scoop and put it down on the splat mat. Then the next color I'm going to use is Nuvo Glacier Paste, and this color is called Frostbite. Same thing, I'm going to use one spatula for each color. And then the last color I'm going to use, it's Lunar Paste, and it's called Clear Skies. Okay. And then later on, I'm going to use some mica spray and some shimmer spray. So the mica spray is in Snow Flurries and the shimmer spray is in Balmy Night. And I'll make a list of all these supplies in the description below with the color names. So I'm just taking a little scoop of the paste and starting to put it down on my stencil. And I did go rather thick with this first section. So later on, make sure you just kind of go over with your spatula after you've put your color down and go over and scrape it down so that it's pretty thin. You don't want it quite this thick. And I'll show you why when I peel off the stencil. And it mostly happened with the lunar paste. But you want to go nice and thin, so make sure that after you do this part that you go and scrape it down with your spatula nice and even. I learned that with the next try for the bottom portion, but I'm still going to make this work, so you'll see. So I'm just going down with some of the Nuvo, the frostbite color, and then I'll go in with the lunar paste and just putting some random colors down. And this is the one that went on way too thick, but don't worry. There's a fix for it. There's no mistakes in scrapbooking, right? So make sure I'm just kind of cherry picking which snowflakes I want to use too. And here's the reveal. I'm going to peel that off. Okay, so in between, you want to clean off your stencil before you continue on so you don't contaminate the colors. Okay, so I went ahead and completed both panels. And now I'm going to spritz with some mica spray. Okay, so this is Tim Holtz mica spray in Snow Flurries. And then I'll use the Balmy Night. And I'm just spritzing like a full pump and then a partial pump. You get droplets, and so I'm kind of doing both, so you have some splatters and droplets and then also some sprayed areas with a nice mist of shimmer. And make sure that you shake these up really well, because all the shimmer tends to sink to the bottom of the bottle, so you want to shake it up before you start spritzing so that you get all that shimmery goodness spritzed out. Okay, so now I'm going to make sure that everything is completely dry and we're ready to start building our layout. So I'll start with the left side. So I'm just going to remove everything and just work with this one mat. And we can start laying things out. So I've cut this lifesahoot paper down to 9 by 8.5. So it's going to be 9 vertically and then 8.5 from side to side. And then I'm just going to lay my photos out. So I'm in front of this Norse god snow sculpture, and then the bottom picture is all 4 of us in front of the same sculpture. And I'm just going to start laying things out. My title, I have cut these letters on my Cricut, and this is an older cartridge. It's called Don Juan, and I was able to fit my letters in here. I tried a bunch of different thin cuts and some stickers, and finally I had to turn to Cricut, because when you're looking to put something in a certain measurement, that's where you go. It seemed to be the easiest way to get my title down. So I've cut all of my letters, and then I cut it in sapphire glitter paper, and then I cut 2 more layers and stacked them. Okay, so I have a graphic that reads Breckenridge, Colorado, and I just printed that and fussy cut it. And I have cut out with my circle dies some of the lifesahoot papers, and then I'm using some of the stickers. I removed the sticker using this anti-static powder tool. It's from Rabbit Hole Designs. And that way I can play with things and not have to worry about them sticking to anything yet. And I'll just use wet glue to secure things down to my layout. So right now I'm just kind of moving things around and creating a little cluster here for my Breckenridge embellishment. And then I have cut a whole bunch of snowflakes using the snowflake thin cuts. I've cut them using dreamy holographic paper and a bunch of different glitter paper colors. I used white and seafoam, not seabrook, and mist and sapphire. And I just have a whole bunch to choose from to build my layout. We took a lot of pictures that day, so I'll have a few layouts to use those snowflakes on. So I'm using a bunch of the stickers and then also a few of the embellishments. These are in grape, and they kind of blend in with the background, but the texture is what shows. And then I have this cute little arrow that's going to point to that guy. And then I'll put a little circle sticker under there. Okay, I think I'm liking this. So off camera, I'm going to go ahead and glue everything down. And then I felt like I wanted even more bling. So I'm going to bring in some of these crystals that are from Buttons Galore and More. They're kind of navy and purple, and I don't know, they have all the different colors that are in this layout, and I thought they were perfect. So I'm going to scatter a whole bunch of them around. They look like they blend in with the sapphire background, but they just catch the light in a certain way and just really make a difference. So I'm going to scatter a bunch of them around my layout. And then off camera, I'll glue everything down. Okay, so the left side is all done, and now we can work on the right side. So I have this piece of lifesahoot grape paper, and that is cut at 9 by 9.5. And I'll put my photos down. Okay, so we'll work on the right side. All right. So again, I'm going to use some of these pieces that I've cut circles from. So some of them are from the lifesahoot papers. I've got a piece of dreamy holographic paper and some of the stickers, and the patterns kind of match the same patterns that I used on the left side. And some of the stickers have gold foiling, so they look really cool. You catch the light. And now I'm just picking out snowflakes. I have a whole pile up there to choose from. And whatever I don't use on layouts, I can make cards with. So they will all get used. I'm just layering up the snowflakes. And then adding in some of those embellishments and stickers. Okay, so I've added my journaling, and I did go a little wonky. I can never write in a straight line, but that's okay. I'm still going to use it. So I just wrote a little blurb there, and then I put some embellishments down at the bottom there to catch your eye so you can see the journaling. And just finishing up, gluing everything down. Just using my reverse tweezers and some wet glue. That seems to work the best. Getting the right balance here with the embellishments. Get them glued down. Couple more. So like I said, I will make a list of all the supplies that I use to create these 2 pages with links in the description below. The lifesahoot papers will be available until the end of March. And then I'm going to add some of those crystals. Scatter them around. I'm really happy with the way this mixed media background turned out. It's stunning in real life with pearlized stenciled snowflakes and glittery snowflakes. Everything just really pops in the light. Okay, we have all those glued down, and then I'll bring in the left page. And there's my finished layout. And here are a bunch of close-up shots. You can see the embellishment clusters and that mixed media stenciled background. So pretty. So if you haven't subscribed yet, I would really appreciate it if you'd hit that subscribe button, and then you'll be able to find all of my videos. And I'm starting to publish one layout video a week and one card video a week, so you have a bunch to choose from. And I'd appreciate it if you would subscribe, and then you'll be able to find all of my videos. And thanks for watching.